Hi, today I'm here with orthodontist Dr. Philip Bomily, founder of Solon Orthodontics. The theme today is what are the restrictions when you're thinking about your kids getting braces or they've gotten them and you're worried. So let's talk about those extracurriculars and what happens with sports, for example, and braces.
Sure. Well, we certainly don't want anybody to stop whatever sport they're doing once they get braces. It's obviously a very important part of life, being on a team and those kind of things. So while any mouth guard that you use when you have braces on is going to be inherently a little bit bulkier, still super important. You can't actually do those boil and bite ones because if you did that, a couple of things might happen. First off, we're moving your teeth, and so if you boil and bite that mouth guard, day one, well, day three, your teeth are moving. That's the whole point. So that wouldn't work terribly well. The other thing is that mouth guard that's the boil and bite may adhere too well to the braces and the wires, and actually could pull things off and cause damage to your appliances. So you have to actually stay away from any sort of boil and bite mouth guard. So we have some here at the office that are kind of a flat plane, mouthpiece that fits in. It covers both the top front teeth and the bottom front teeth, but again, it has to fit between your braces and your lips. But most folks they do a good job with those, and they like them because again, you really want to protect your teeth. I think the biggest thing that we find injury-wise without a mouth guard is that soft tissue injuries happen a lot. If a ball hits you in the face and you're not wearing a mouth guard with braces on, I've had folks have to come in before where their lips are kind of impaled on their braces because they weren't wearing a mouth guard, but the mouth guard prevents that. The good thing about the braces is that I know firsthand there's been several times where had a patient not had braces on, I strongly feel that instead of their teeth being extremely sore, maybe their braces mangled a bit, they might have actually come into the office with a tooth in their hand instead. So I know firsthand that braces have actually saved people's teeth in certain sporting situations.
Oh, well, that's good to know. That's interesting. Now, there are some sports where you are handed a mouth guard or told to get a mouth guard, right? And are you suggesting that they should, if they are under the care of an orthodontist, they should go see the orthodontist first?
I think definitely to make sure that if they were handed a mouth guard, for instance, make sure that that mouth guard is going to be okay for them. And if so, great, but just a good checkup to see. And if not, well, then we can either provide you with one or suggest one that will be better off for your situation.
It seems like you're making such an investment in your kids' teeth that extra visit, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh, absolutely. It's super duper important. And again, we highly recommend that. And of course, we do not want anybody to stop playing whatever sport or sports they're doing.
Are there any sports that are particularly, you see more of those kids coming in after that season?
Yeah, I'd say probably basketball, because that's one of the sports where you're supposed to wear a mouth guard, but not too many people do. And I think that's why. I don't see too many football injuries because they have to wear a mouth guard. It's mandatory. And again, lacrosse, those ones you're mandated to wear them. We don't see a lot of problems with those because, well, they're wearing their mouth guards. So yeah, I'd say basketball is probably the number one. And again, mostly it's soft tissue injuries, although those elbows can be pretty vicious sometimes. So I've seen that before in volleyball accidentally, of course, and then and in basketball accidentally too. But yeah, those elbows can be dangerous.
So if I have a kid whose passion is a contact sport, do you ever, from the front end of this, recommend something other than the traditional braces?
It really becomes more of a case by case basis. Can they first off be treated with something other than traditional braces? Let's say an Invisalign type of treatment, for example, with clear aligners. No matter how bad somebody may want those, their case may not be very well suited for that, and so really it kind of comes down to that first. And then obviously if the sport is a consideration and they are a good candidate for either braces or Invisalign, then the fact that they're in that sport may choose them to go that way instead of the traditional braces. So it depends.
Dr. Philip Bomily of Solon Orthodontics, thank you so much for all this great advice.